You're cursed. This whole damn show's cursed. Man, let's not waste time, man. Elimination Chamber, a box was opened. I know this isn't the biggest topic. I know this is, and I gotta, but I know that it's my favorite topic. And I didn't know that in the chat or in the private chat. We'll get to that. We'll address that. But Danhausen was in the box. The rumors are true. Danhausen is in the house. Danhausen is a WWE superstar. Danhausen, we know Chris from AEW. Great friends with CM Punker. Is it a pity? Is WWE the new AEW? That's a whole other topic. But watching it live, Chris, I know you didn't. You just told us you forgot the Chamber was even this weekend. Clutch, watching it live, did you feel embarrassed, or did you enjoy the Danhausen debut?
I think we talked about this last week in the sense that if it was Danhausen, I did enjoy the fireworks though. Every time he pointed, like a little pew would go off in the arena. That was quite fun. But yeah, I said last week that if it was Danhausen, that it would probably be better off if it was like a backstage segment or something, and it probably would have gone off better. And building it up to having them in the actual arena and the whole thing. I know people were upset in the fact that they thought, oh, maybe it's Chris Jericho, maybe it's The Rock, maybe it's Vince McMahon. I saw that one. And first of all, none of these people, if they were, they're not coming out of a crate. And it doesn't make sense from the start. So I knew it was going to be either I was down to Danhausen or a Saudi thing, whatever they want to plug in for the next show. And honestly, I got the better out of the two options. So I'm not completely mad at it because my expectations weren't high to begin with.
Yes, people did think somebody amazing was going to come out of the box. And I remember us telling everybody, like, do not get excited about this box. It's going to be something not relevant to the show. And it was something not relevant to the show. But I will say this, Danhausen has value. Kids will like him. He's better than Tozawa backstage. He brings let's be honest. If they're going to roster Tozawa and put him on television, excuse my voice, huh? If they're going to bring in Danhausen and put him in the backstage area, or Tozawa and put him in the backstage area once a week, don't you get more value from a Danhausen at least if you're going to do a comedy bit? So I think this is a good move. I like it. I've always liked Danhausen, but the debut was this. You know what? The debut was Danhausen. Like, that was a Danhausen debut, Chris. I know that you've known this person in AEW. How did you think about it? Did you watch the entrance?
I did go back and watch it. I obviously didn't watch it live, but I did go back and watch it. And I think everyone, they because of how much of an emphasis that WWE was putting on it, how much time they put into it, I think that's why in everyone's minds they built it up to be bigger than what it really was. If he's used right, which maybe they can because WWE has their comedy stuff that they do, he might fit in a little bit better over here. But I think that's right. You got to keep your expectations low. Like, he's not going to come in and completely take over WWE or light up anything. He's just going to be a little side comedy act. Take it for what he is.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was just laughing a second ago because I was thinking about this earlier today. And I was like, you know, you always have your little mention of Tozawa. And I thought to myself, I go, is Danhausen going to take that spot on our show? Is he's the guy that's mentioned instead of Tozawa moving forward? And the fact that you compared the two of them right off the bat, that's why I kind of laughed there.
That's his role. Tozawa's role is what? To make people laugh.
Yeah,
that's
backstage. But he also gets into the occasional match. You know, I was thinking about it, though. Like, how often do we even see Danhausen wrestle in AEW?
Clutch, you're the wrestling historian on the show. How many matches has Danhausen had last year?
Yeah, of course. Big fan.
You don't know?
No.
Cage match. Hold on, I could probably just text Tony. Tony probably knows.
But like seriously, like I can maybe think of one match that I ever saw him in. He was in a lot of segments, but I don't really remember him ever actually getting in the ring to wrestle. Hardly at all.
His last match, he wrestled Eric Taylor at a AIW Alive Out of Habit show, January 23rd, 2026.
Yeah, but
And
what
then-
about an AEW? Who was the last AEW match? Give me like his last 3 AEW matches.
Oh, his last win. Just want to put everyone out there. Oh, he beat Richard Holiday, but he wrestled and beat Shotzi Blackheart on August 11th, 2025. So he beat up a girl. AEW, man.
I think I texted you. I saw her this last weekend before.
Dude, it's not looking good for AEW. I'm in the 2024 area, and he's not wrestled on AEW television. A lot of GCW, a lot of House of Glory. AEW, there it is. 2023.
Yep.
Jesus.
Man, he didn't do anything over there, but they had nothing for him over there.
No, I mean, honestly, let's call it what it is. He was CM Punk's friend, and maybe Danhausen could join Alpha Academy. Brother, Danhausen's above that.
Oh, geez.
But
Danhausen and Tozawa together? That would be your dream tag team, Josh.
No, it would not. But yes, let's be honest. Danhausen was punished because of CM Punk. He was friends with CM Punk, and Tony Khan does not treat anyone nicely over there that sides with the Pepsi Man. But that's enough of Danhausen. I do think that he will sell T-shirts. He will sell merchandise. It is what it is.
I will add to the Danhausen thing one last thing. We cannot say that he's not here to make a big impact or anything. Because of him, Dominic Mysterio lost the IC title.
It's true.
Cursed him.
He cursed him.
They curse him. Can't wait to see who he curses next. That sucks. I don't want. Is that on our list? No, it's not on our list.
Is.
Yeah, it is. It is on our list. We'll go there. We'll just transition there. So
let's just go right there.
I'm eating crow for dinner tonight. If we had a production team that could look back on Penta's debut, and when I said that Penta will never be anything, and they will never use him right, and he'll never be a champion. His floor is literally, or his ceiling is literally, to put other people over in banger matches. Like, those are all words I said. And he won the Intercontinental Championship. And that's cool. Like, I'm happy. That's great. I didn't want everything I said to happen. I didn't want that to happen at all. I'm glad he won a championship. I don't know if this is the right time, though, but he's over as hell, and people were going crazy. So I got spoiled. For the first time in a long time, I got spoiled for a wrestling show because I watched Raw Wednesday. So that being said, those who watched it live, did you even expect this? Did anyone think that they would pull the trigger? Because we all thought it was Finn Balor versus Dom at WrestleMania for the title.
For the title, well, maybe that's still going to happen, but maybe just not for the title. I feel like you've had a story brewing there long enough. Does it need a title? No, but now Dom could go back in and, hey, why didn't you help me? The whole little thing that they had with the ring bell, the little hammer thing. Why didn't you allow them to do that? So there's a story built there around the title, but they didn't need the title. And now, are they going to go the route with the IC title of the WrestleMania ladder match? Of course, then you want Penta to hold the title, and Dom and Finn Balor can have their own story off to the side. I'd still be into a match between the two of them, and it's been brewing for a long time with them. The only thing that I was confused about with Penta winning from a story perspective, and maybe this is because I haven't been able to keep up with wrestling for the last, 3 weeks now. Did he have any momentum going into that match? Because I remember when he first got there, he had so much momentum. He was like a focal point of Raw, and then he kind of fizzled out, and we really didn't see him. We would go several weeks without seeing him, and then he popped up on the show and then won the title. Has he had some recent momentum that would even signal to anyone that he was about to win a title? Or is this maybe picking up where they left off before he fizzled out a little bit?
I'll let Clutch jump in and answer this because I feel like he has a better judgment of of the judge, not the Judgment Day, but of Penta. I'll say you, sir.
I know he had a match that he won to get to this spot. I forgot.
Okay.
Honestly, I forgot against who it was. But he has been picking up a little bit lately, in my opinion. So
Okay.
enough to get to the point. Did I think he was going to win that match? No, not at all. Am I happy he did? Yeah, because that opens up other opportunities for WrestleMania. So I'm glad.
It's a good moment for Penta. It brings home. We watched WWE Unreal season 2, and Paul Heyman's going nuts about Penta, about how he's over. People care about him. He's marketable. And then it kind of turned me around of how WWE views Penta. So many luchadors have tried to get over. You could just name, Dragon Lee's trying right now, but the people at Phantasma, those people, they try to get over. The guy with the trampoline that could jump over the top rope, he tried to get over. Then you had this small guy, Kalisto, possibly. I think he won the U.S. title at one point. Try to get him over. No one's been able to fill in Rey Mysterio's shoes. Nobody. They tried Alberto Del Rio, didn't work out. Nobody has. Like I said, there's been many swing and misses. Penta, they actually hit a home run with. They hit a grand slam with. So they're gonna run with it. He is so over with the fans. He still had his marks, Chris. He still came out there and wrestled weekly and had his performance and did his little thing with the kids. But did I expect him to win a championship in 2026? No, I really didn't. I thought he was just going to be an over luchador with a mask that sells merchandise, and they feature him once a week on TV. So this is cool. I'm into it. Now we need heels. Now we need heels that can feud with Penta. Now we need what's next, because that's all in my mind. He can't cut a promo. He cannot cut a promo. That's fine. So what's next? Who's going to work a program with him and make me interested? Because with Dom with that IC title, we were interested.
Yep.
Gunther with that IC title, we were interested. If you put that IC title, let's look at the women's side. You put a championship on Julia. She can't cut a promo. Automatically, nobody cares. We put an IC title on Penta. He can't cut a promo. Is it going to do the same thing? That's what I'm worried about. Are we going to even care about the IC title? That's my worry. Because, right, the person makes the championship. And if Penta can't cut a promo or tell interesting stories, and he can just have banger matches, then we're just stuck in AEW land. I mean, that's just the reality of it. So I'm really interested in what they do in the future of the heels that he has to face. So that's all.
What do you think this? Do you see a solution for him if he's having trouble cutting promos? Do you put someone with him?
I don't. No, I don't.
I
don't think the answer is always like give him a manager. I think the answer is keep him interesting by having the heel come out and carry a promo battle with him, and he just says a couple lines that he knows in English. I'm sure he knows more in English. He sounded pretty well versed in English on the WWE Unreal show, but it's just his pronunciations and when he speaks. When you see him Punk cuts a promo, it's a lot different than when someone who doesn't have English as their first language is putting a promo. That's all. But what do you, Clutch? Let me ask you this though: who would you like to see as a heel on the Raw side of things face Penta?
This could be me also just looking way further down the line when Penta maybe has a few months in. But this could be a catapult to have honestly a banger match with Obafemi, and that's where you kick him off to have an IC title win down the line, because Obafemi right now is playing face, but he's those kind of faces that you can still see hit them face other faces because he's not that goody two shoes, whatever. He's just dominant. So I'd love a match like that. I know they're probably going to make him run through the lesser talent, maybe like Rusev.
He went through Rusev. Did he already do Rusev? Saw that feud.
They had him. Yeah, they had him
next week, I think.
No, I'm Obafemi and Rusev. Are you talking about Penta and Rusev?
Yeah, Penta.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Obafemi and Rusev. I'm like, no, they're doing that next week.
But I wouldn't mind to see Rusev again. Okay, I'll yes, Rusev and Penta with a title involved is a lot different than Rusev and Penta with nothing involved. So okay, I can see that.
then you look at more towards maybe the Vision members, Theory, Logan. It sucks that he got injured because Bronson Reed could have been a good opponent for him. So I think there's plenty there. It's not. I compare it a lot to sometimes to the Stephanie Vecchia situation, where you told me, yeah, they might be issues because of the promo. But I think what Penta has that Stephanie does not is that I think he has more of a swagger to carry him through and keep him interesting to the audience with his mystique, the face paint, the mask, and all that. I think he has that going for him. And honestly, yeah, I think it'll be fine. And plus, he can put on again banger matches, and there's also plenty of heels I think that could work a match with him and not have an issue. Also, like I was thinking about this before, somehow I think the best thing for Penta when he came in was the fact that Tony Khan held on to Rey Fenix for a little bit, because they would have debuted them together and they would have been a tag team and they would have been a tag team guy. And maybe WWE would not have seen him as a single star that he is now.
Yep, I agree. That was the blessing in disguise for Penta. But I like Cap's idea. Stephanie and Penta back here, put them together. That's gonna have to happen, right? Penta and Stephanie back here versus Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio in some kind of throwaway mixed tag team match on Raw. Like that, it would make sense. It makes sense with the story.
Yeah.
Why not? Anyway, I'm excited to see what Penta could do. Poor Rey Fenix. Poor Rey Fenix.
What is he up to? Is he just on SmackDown, kind of floating around?
Yeah, he's on SmackDown, just doing random matches with like that involve Shinsuke Nakamura and other people like that.
Yep, pretty much. I want to see Aleister Black and Penta. Get those guys together. Zelina Vega's doing a great job. Aleister Black. I love, by the way, off topic, and this is not on our topic, they pretty much told Karrion Kross and Scarlett, scram. We don't need you. We have you. We have Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. Literally the same gimmick.
He does it better than they do.
They do. Literally the same gimmick. Aleister Black turned Randy Orton heel, or will. But we'll get to that now. Randy Orton won the Elimination Chamber, which, if you think, I picked Cody. I don't know. I forgot who you picked. We talked about it. Cody, yeah. Chris, I'm sure if you were here, you would have picked Cody.
I did suggest the chance of Randy winning, but I said, but that's not going to happen. And guess what?
Yeah, I can say I would have not have picked Randy for that. I was surprised on that one.
I would 100% be okay if they left this a singles match at WrestleMania. Just Randy versus Drew. I think they could tell a good story. I don't think we need Cody involved. But I don't think that's the story. I think the story is we're going to have a fatal four-way match. I think it's going to be a cluster F. I really do. I'm not into this. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. What's the point of having an Elimination Chamber stating that the winner faces Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania if you're going to go, screw the stipulation? You just wasted $30 to see who's going to face Drew McIntyre. They're all going to be in the match anyway. I think that dampens the stipulation of the Elimination Chamber. It makes it kind of not as valuable if Cody and Fatu could just get in there.
Well, did you catch the end of Elimination Chamber with Nick Aldis?
I must have missed something.
Yeah, it was the post show, so it's not really Elimination Chamber. But yeah, because Drew got into the match and interfered, so Nick Aldis had it, like he was coming at Drew, and then at the end of the day, they got pissed off at each other, whatever. So they set off Drew versus Cody for the title on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. And that leads me to think, what if they swerve the hell out of us? And they get the one-on-one with Cody and Randy at the end of the day. It's a little far-fetched considering, yeah, Drew's the champion, but that would kind of not solve, but something to your point of, yeah, the winner of the chamber faces the champion one-on-one and not add a cluster of a fatal four-way. That'd be interesting, maybe, but it would have to do with something maybe maybe Jacob Fatu screws Drew, and then they have their own separate match at WrestleMania. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
That is going to be interesting. And I'm not saying that I don't want to see Cody and Randy, but I'm also saying I don't want to see Randy chase Cody. I'd rather see Cody chase Randy. Either way, I think Randy's winning the belt at WrestleMania. I think he's walking away with the belt at WrestleMania. And I think at SummerSlam, we finally get Cody and Randy singles as Randy's going to turn heel. I do truly believe Randy's going to go full heel coming out of WrestleMania, and he's going to be a heel champion, and Cody's going to chase him. That's what we want. We want our baby faces to chase, especially someone like a mentor. We could have a segment where we bring in Ted DiBiase's kid, beat the hell out of him, have Cody be upset because I was their teammate. You could do a bunch of things. We already know.
Ted DiBiase's kid's in jail right now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Bail him out. Hey, listen. You guys have a lot of criminals on that roster, probably, like whatever, in management. I don't know. Your old boss, the old owner is a criminal. Did you guys see the what's going on, Salim? Did you guys see the video of Vince wreck? What?
Yes.
What the hell?
Listen, he had to get to the birthday party.
How is he not in prison? Like, how is he not in jail? But
He's got a lot of money.
Because the cops were very, very nice to this old man who almost killed people. Unbelievable. The police, law enforcement up there. Unbelievable. Anyway. Or I don't know what I was getting at. But I do want to see Randy Cody eventually. And if it happens at WrestleMania Clutch, I'm down for that. I really am down for that. But then it's babyface Randy, babyface Cody. That's the only issue.
Randy punt Cody at some point.
I'm for it.
I want to see, hey, if we're going to go there and we're going to get personal and do what Randy does, I want to see him punt the hell out of Randy. Like, I'm not even joking. Listen, it worked with Stephanie and Triple H because that's who the Viper is. Like, if you're going to go full heel with Randy, you have to do those things because that's his past. That's what he's done.
Oh, so it's a Randy character thing, not a Brandy thing.
You know what? At this point, just punt Pharaoh.
No, not the dog. Spare the dog. All right, just Brandy. Is okay with me. Just kidding. I love Brandy. I love Brandy. She's gonna be a champion one day. That's what she said on the AEW stuff. Anyway, hey, what's going on, Justin? Just saw you're live. I would not mind Cody versus Randy at Mania. Neither would I. Somebody has to turn. We can't have this is a respect. I need the best of you, Randy. I need the best of you, Cody. Like, I don't need that. I don't like you anymore. You betrayed me, and I'm taking that title from you. That's what I need. So, what if they can get that done? Then get it done. Like if Cody wins and beats Drew Friday night, Randy can just come out and RKO him. That's all you need to do. While Cody's celebrating, RKO him. All right, cool. Now we're down to business. That could lead to something. I don't know. What chamber did you like better? What match did you like better, Clutch? The women's or the men's?
I thought it's a loaded question because the first half of the men's match was awful. I thought it was god awful. And I was so close to just not caring. And then the last third of the match, not even half, the last third of the match, I got into it because that's when the shenanigans happened. And I'm just a sucker for shenanigans. With Drew, with I forgot this other thing. What's his name? I am blanking out. But yeah, a bunch of shenanigans. Seth. Which, he came back way sooner than I thought he would.
I mean, listen, there's no more vision. Everyone's getting injured. You're down to Logan Paul and Austin Theory. I feel so bad for the storyline. And we were going to talk women's storyline, women's chamber match, but I feel so bad for the storyline. They've gotten so desperate, which is still good, that they're curb stomping Paul. Like, Paul didn't take many bumps with Roman. He's taken so many bumps with this vision thing. It's crazy, but I'd rather see Seth versus Paul at WrestleMania than Seth versus Logan Paul. Honestly, if we're being real, which we can get there now, we'll do the women's chamber last. Seth versus Logan Paul. I don't know if that's the angle or the vision or the match. I don't know, but they have to do something. would this be crazy? Because the feud seems more about Paul versus Seth rather than Seth getting his revenge on Braun Breaker or whoever because they're not there. So would it be crazy if Seth just accepts the Brock Lesnar Open Challenge instead of feuding with Logan Paul? Would that be crazy? I'll let anyone answer.
Would it be crazy? No. But you really don't like this path of going Seth versus Logan Paul then?
Because we
I would
already
like
did
to
it.
see
at
that-
WrestleMania.
And on top of that, who's the real beef with? Not Logan Paul. It'd be with Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed or Paul Heyman.
No. But they can't do any of that because those guys aren't going to be back in time, right? They're all out for
Yeah.
beyond
All out.
Mania.
Yeah.
I knew they were all out. I didn't know how long they were out.
So, like, at this point, Paul is representing Brock Lesnar. That's the bigger match. That's the better match.
Yeah.
I feel like you can do the Usos versus Logan Paul and Austin Theory for the championships if you want to go that route after Monday Night Raw. But I don't know. I don't know what that leads. Like, I would not be excited for Seth versus Logan Paul. That's all. Just because
Okay.
it's not hot enough. It
Yeah.
seems like you're into
not
it, though.
WrestleMania worthy.
No, I don't think so. I mean, not this year. It doesn't make sense. It's WrestleMania worthy, just not this year. It just doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah, I mean, from a story point, it wouldn't make sense. I'd like seeing the two of them wrestle in the ring together, but yeah, from a story vantage point, it doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's not a lot of time to make it make sense.
But on the flip side, it wouldn't make sense for him just to accept Brock Lesnar just to get to Paul Heyman. Like, that's pretty much what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Clutch. With that, I know you don't want to see it. We talked about it. You want Obafemi. I know that's what you want.
Yes, I do.
But the fact that Obafemi is feuding with Rusev now, I don't think we're going to get Obafemi just to walk out and challenge Brock Lesnar on the 16th of March. That's his next appearance for Brock Lesnar, is March 16th. So
2 Mondays from now.
yeah, they need to figure something out because Brock Lesnar needs an opponent. Seth Rollins is just kind of in limbo. I don't know. Throw it in the chat. What you got? Seth versus Danhausen? What else are we gonna do? I don't know.
Handicap match: Seth versus Danhausen and Tozawa.
I'm in.
You're in.
People are
You're all
calling
in.
for R-Truth versus Danhausen.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be, hear me out, WWE, Triple H, people that are watching this right now, they need to main event the pre-show so R-Truth can say, like, literally, like, could be a gimmick. I main evented WrestleMania pre-show. Like, that'd be such a cool gimmick. Throwing it out there, if they can be the last match on the pre-show, I'm telling you that gimmick will get over.
If it wasn't an issue with the whole AEW thing and everything, I could see something so funny like R-Truth thinking Danhausen is Sting. I main evented the WrestleMania pre-show against Sting.
No, they can say that because they own WCW and Sting was a WCW athlete. Like, they can use that. They can say that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the best. And Sting worked in WWE, so they can still legally say that name. Hell, dude, Triple H, Road Dogg. Wait, Road Dogg's not with them anymore. Anyone listening? There's your comedy idea. Women's chamber match. I thought it was a mess. I already heard many podcasters already say this, so I'm not going to waste. Actually, I am going to waste everyone's time and say it again. Because I noticed this whenever it did happen. Why does every woman and man in a chamber match need to come out, look at everyone in the pod, give them a mean face, go look at the other person in the pod, give them a mean face, go to the other person in the pod? It took like 30 minutes, Chris, before this match started. It was like the entrances were out of this world long.
No.
I don't know who this is for. I don't know why they do this. Do they think this is cool?
Probably. It's supposed to be an intense match, so they're trying to get real intense right before the match and really stare each other down. It's the intimidating elimination chamber, so you got to really hype it up, the intensity. And that's what they're doing, staring into each other's eyes before the match. Is it too long? Probably. But that's probably what they're going for. That's the angle I see them going for.
Clutch, no lie. You could have made a sandwich, gone for a walk, grabbed a Coke, took your dog back outside, and then opened up a bag of chips before the match literally started.
Yes.
Just enough time to get that bag of chips in.
Yep. And then, but then if I did, I would have missed that moment that Twitter's all horned up about with Rhea and Alexa.
I don't know this moment.
How they like had a stare off and it was like borderline
Okay.
intense.
Okay.
To say the least.
Did not know that. I know that Rhea's not Rhea. It looked like at one point Raquel's top came off, unfortunately. I think cameras didn't show up, but she like literally did a Hurricane Rana over the not Hurricane Rana, but flip over the ropes, and like her top got caught off. I'm like, holy shit, that sucks for her. But yes, the match sucked. I'll just be honest. I did not have fun watching this match. I knew Rhea was gonna win. Dude, Tiffany Stratton is a warrior. She gets beat up more than any woman in wrestling. She takes so much damage. She was not, besides Raquel Rodriguez, who was the MVP of the entire show, she was my favorite part of the entire night. Raquel Rodriguez. She dominated. She double pinned and Alexa, I believe, at the same time. That was cool. She was throwing everyone around. She was just dominating. It made me want her to win. I wanted her to win. 100% I was rooting for her. I knew she wasn't going to, but she was the MVP of the whole thing. Tiffany, on the other hand, was also an MVP, but because she took every bump you could think of. Her nose looked like it was broken. I don't know if it is. I doubt it is. She was getting thrown into the cage left and right. She was taking jumps off the pod. She was awesome too. But other than that, the other four women, not impressed with it all. And I'm even talking about Rhea Ripley. I know I'm being a little hard, Clutch, but man, to me, it was a very uneventful chamber match. But the right person won. Like the right person won. So, Clutch, what do you think? The right person won here, obviously, but what do you think about the match?
You said it. The right person won, and it was uneventful outside of a couple of bright spots. You said Raquel Rodriguez, Tiffany. It's incredible how much Raquel has improved since basically Arena's booing when she was on there because they didn't want her on. And it's incredible how much she's improved, and now she can be a actual challenger for any title, and it'd be believable. But yeah, back to the match. Again, I said it had its bright spots, but there wasn't much to it. So I was honestly half of the match maybe on my phone because I lost interest a few times. And then I caught the end where they did the thing where everybody said, oh, it's either going to be Rhea or it's going to be Tiffany. And the last two were Rhea and Tiffany. They made it interesting. And then, yeah, it did what it had to do in terms of result. But yeah, the match could have been a lot better.
And it's sad because now Rhea's going to be on SmackDown. And I'm not going to see her ever again because nobody watches SmackDown. And I'm sad because I like Rhea Ripley, but I do need a break from her. I really do. And SmackDown needs the help. Like they need the help so bad. So cool. Send her over to SmackDown. I do think she's going to beat Jade. I think the Jade experience is over. I hope it's over. I think she's awful. I know there's beef with her on Twitter with some people. I don't know if that's real or fake, but I'm over her. I'm so over her. She sucks. She had the beef in AEW as well. And she had the early reports of her beefing with Bianca backstage too. Like I'm just so over her. She's not worth the headache. There's so many other talented women.
Yeah, I remember in AEW, it was because she was hitting people too hard. Like she was really stiff worker, and that was really pissing some people off. And they're like, yeah, you got to kind of remember that you're bigger than everyone else here. So like lighten up just a little bit. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is nothing. Like if Shaq comes and punches you or something, or, you know, some huge guy just comes and punches you. It's like, that was only 30% strength. Yeah, well, you're a lot bigger than me. So
I don't know. Is she working for you, Clutch? This Jade lady?
No, I mean, she hasn't been doing anything. And on SmackDown, she walks backstage and has segments with Mia Yim and B-Fab. And I'm not into it. because they have, first of all, the women's division there doesn't have anybody to go against her because it's depleted. And then, which is probably a positive, why they're going to have Rhea going over there. But yeah, she doesn't really do it for me, and nothing interesting. I like, for example, they try to do something with Jordan Grace. I like Jordan Grace. I like her a lot, and it just didn't work. And that's not because of Jordan Grace. So yeah, I'm not a fan. I think the project should be over. They probably held their breath and tried to hold on so it can be Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania, and then Bianca had to have the surgery and derail those plans. So yeah, unfortunately, this reign is for nothing, basically.
It's for nothing. And she's gonna have a great entrance. She's gonna look like $1 billion at WrestleMania, but she cannot beat Rhea Ripley. It'd be a tragedy if she beat Rhea Ripley. Oh, it'd be a tragedy. Something crazy would have to happen for her to beat Rhea
Had to
Ripley.
be some outside interference.
Yeah, she'd have to gain a stable, like her baddies, like from AEW, would have to come.
I forgot about them.
How could you forget about the baddies? Come on, Chris. It was the
That
coolest
was
gimmick going.
It was a fun little gimmick she had there for a little bit. Especially when that one guy ended up in the group there for a minute. Do you
it could
that?
work. I do remember that, but it could work. Look, Jade can work. She can't work alone. And what I mean she can work is her gimmick could work. She can't work in the ring. She sucks. But she could work if she had someone behind her. You know how you said, does Penta need somebody? No, he doesn't. But Jade sure does. She would look a lot stronger with some females behind her taking some beatings while she's talking crap. Like she looks strong, but she's a coward heel. She should run that role rather than I'm that bitch. Like, you're not. You suck. Like, Rhea's gonna put you to school. She's gonna kill you. I hope Rhea pins her 1, 2, 3. Don't kick out of one Riptide. It's it. 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Get her out of here. Like Road Dogg, get him out of here. What happened with Road Dogg? I didn't see that.
So yeah, a report came in probably, I would say 3-4 hours ago that said Road Dogg is out as of WWE from creative. And then I read more into it, and apparently he quit. And apparently it was because he got moved out of his role and he didn't want to accept that. So he just up and left. I say good riddance. And Bruce Pritchard next, please.
Listen, I don't want anyone to lose their job, but Road Dogg chose to quit. So good on him. Future endeavors, whatever. AEW has a home for you. They need help creatively. Like, his ideas are probably better than Tony's. Or they could do the New Age Outlaws again, and then they could do the New Age Outlaws versus
they could finally reunite them.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? It'd be fun times over there. One last thing, AEW minute, and then we're gonna get out of here. And I just want you guys to laugh real quick with me because I did see this. MJF said that he'll probably never leave AEW. MJF is an effing liar. He's not staying in AEW for the rest of his career. There's no way that he doesn't want to grow into a professional wrestler on a big platform. Let me tell you something, MJF. Look at your friend Penta. He's more over than you. He's more over than you, and he's an Intercontinental champion. 100%. Penta sells more tickets than you, draws better than you. People buy more merch for Penta, and he's just a mid-carder on the bigger brand. So we all know you're lying, MJF. We all know where you're going to end up. I understand you're a company man right now, but stop lying to us. You're going to be there because, again, mid-carders in the WWE are more over than you, and you know it. That's it? You guys aren't going to say that was awesome or anything?
What a promo.
That's right,
It's a great promo. He would be huge in WWE. He would be absolutely huge.
He would be. He'd be over the moon. He would be mega over. So there's no chance he's staying in AEW.
He could be one of the biggest stars in wrestling. If you give him his talent, both on the mic and in the ring on a WWE platform, he could be one of the biggest wrestlers in the world right now.
100%. So whenever his contract ends,
if he makes the move, WWE better not screw it up. It's almost impossible to screw that up. Don't screw it up. Make it work.
They've screwed things up before, so
They have. So I would be a little concerned, but I would hope they would see what he's done and let him continue to do his thing.
yeah, I do. And
Don't
I didn't.
try
That
and
was no
change him.
shot at AEW, by the way. AEW's been as hot as it's ever been. If you actually watch their shows, they've been really good. Swerve is back to heel, which we needed. You know, AEW is doing some good things right now. I don't want to discount them because I do enjoy their product a lot more. And I can't wait till Will Ospreay comes back. And I cannot wait till Kenny Omega's fully healthy and back and he gets his match with Swerve. That match with Swerve on TV was amazing. I will say this though, and this is going to be the end of it. Stop with the, if I don't beat you, I'll never go for the AEW championship ever again. I know it's only been done once, but now they're doing it again with Hangman Page. And that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I don't know if it got lifted. I did not watch Dynamite last night. I don't know if it was agreed to, but they got to stop doing it. It's stupid. And I hate it. You shouldn't pigeonhole any wrestler from any title forever. It's stupid. So I will leave it at that. Clutch, you've been awesome. We didn't even talk CM Punk Roman Reigns, but that's okay. There's plenty of time to talk about those guys.
Yeah, we'll have lots more on them in upcoming shows for sure.
We didn't talk about AJ Lee and how I can't stand her, but I spared you all of that promo again tonight because man, it's getting bad over there. But we'll talk about her later as well. Any last words, Clutch, Chris? Anything?
Listen, you guys all got to be graced with the champ's presence once again. I'm glad to be back. I've just been on the Roman Reigns schedule lately, but we can say it. I'm back. After 3 weeks, I'm back. You need to throw a big celebration for your champ.
Road to WrestleMania paycheck.
That's right. I'm back. Now that the Elimination Chamber is over, I'm back.
Yep,
ready
he's
for
back.
WrestleMania.
If you miss another pay-per-view, Chris, PLE, we will strip you of your title. That's just the rules here.
Hey, what world champions defended their title at Elimination Chamber?
Becky Lynch.
Exactly. The world champion or intercontinental champion?
She's the world intercontinental champion. She was.
She's not the world intercontinental champion. World champions don't defend their title at Elimination Chamber. That's why I wasn't here. I'm just show up for the important shows. All right. I got so many appearances this year. Be glad when I'm here.
Yeah. Clutch, what about you, man? You want to talk about NXT real quick? Jada Parker, you know the thing.
I haven't been able to catch up on NXT, so I actually don't have much for you on that.
Oh man, I know that Ricky Starks is doing he did a concert on Joe Hendry, and I know Jada Parker. Someone on social media said that the cameraman did a good job. That's all I know about NXT right now.
When is Ricky Starks getting called up? Is he going to be in the Raw after Mania?
You know, I'm okay with him in NXT right now because it's too top heavy in WWE right now, and someone like him will get called up and get lost in the shuffle. So let him get more TV time and exposure on the CW network on Tuesday nights, honestly. Because right now on main roster, he would be buried. He'd probably be an enhancement talent.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think if you're looking for a time to call him up, it might be you can even make a case for somewhere on SummerSlam.
Okay. I'm excited to see him on WWE TV because I was a big fan of his in AEW. I could see where they weren't using him. And this is when I was watching it regularly. And I was wanting him to leave and go to WWE. So I've just been waiting for him to show up on the main roster.
Chris, they brought in Royce Keys and they have no plans for him. What do you think they're going to do with Ricky Starks?
Yeah. No, I'm not blaming them for not doing it yet. That was just why I was asking, when is the right time with what you guys have seen so far? I want them to do it right. If we got to wait longer for them to do it right, then I would rather wait longer.
Well, the wait we will. But you won't have to wait to see me again because Saturday, Bobby and I will be here live on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We are covering WrestleMania 1 and 2. Bobby's idea. I cannot wait to bore myself to sleep with WrestleMania 1 and 2 as I watch all the bear hugs and shoulder locks and arm bars and whatever. Abdominal stretches. I cannot wait to get through all these matches. So if you're into that kind of stuff, check us out Saturday because we'll be covering WrestleMania 1 and 2. That's right, baby. No,
Exciting.
I'm actually excited. I'm really excited. Have you guys ever watched that? I've watched them. I don't remember them, but they were boring as hell.
Nope.
No.
Was that WrestleMania 3 before it got interesting? Wasn't that like the first interesting one?
Oh, guess what? Bobby
Or
wants
was
to
that
cover
one
that.
overhyped?
Bobby wants to cover that the next week, baby. So don't worry. We'll be doing all WrestleMania 1, 2, and 3 in the upcoming week, Saturday, of course, here on Finn's Talk Sports Network. And last news before we log off, this could be an off the camera, off the stream kind of thing. But since we are part of the Finn's Talk Sports Network, Clutch, choose one quarterback to replace Tua. Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith.
Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers is not available, but that's his final answer, I'm assuming. Chris Koffler, you are a Buccaneers fan. Would you prefer to trade all your assets for Max Crosby or sign Trey Hendrickson, as you guys need an edge rusher?
Sign Trey Hendrickson.
There we go. That's the right answer right there.
You know what? Actually, give me Geno Smith.
Oh my God. I got to end the stream. We're going to end the stream there. We're going to discuss this offline because this is a wrestling program, but I hope you guys had a good time. Justin, Salim, Cap, Jojo, everyone watching all around the world, thank you so much. I'll see you next week, guys. Peace out.
See you.